Welcome, one and all, to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our previews and predictions of Wrestlemania. I am your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E., the man of the hour, the man of the power, the man that makes it the podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, one damn handsome man if I do say so myself. And I am here, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, YouTube, and Spotify, but you can, of course, find me, your King of Extreme, Phil K.O.E. at K.O.E. Nation on YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. And I am joined this afternoon on the road to WrestleMania by my indomitable broadcast partners. Tony, Chicken, how are we doing today?
Fantastic, Phil. Thanks for having me, fellas. The champ is here. Excited
For
to
now.
have my third WrestleMania win. It's just right around the corner. I'm tingling all over. I'm almost shaking right now. I'm so excited.
You're literally shaking.
Literally shaking.
And Tony, how are we doing today it's literally WrestleMania Eve?
No, it's not. What? It's not
WrestleMania Sunday is the true WrestleMania. I don't care what they say.
Literally the day of. But anyway, I'm your 14-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion. 15 times shortly coming up tomorrow, officially non-COPPA friendly. Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe, folks. Yes, it is here. We are finally here. WrestleMania, and it is live night one tonight. But before we can do any recapping, reviewing, and rating of WrestleMania night one, we have got to predict, preview, and talk about the matches. And we have got several, like 13 or 14 matches on this two-night event. I got to say, WWE, I commend you for doing this on 2 nights. Now, I know it's not the best way of going about doing a wrestling pay-per-view, but if this were AEW, it'd be 15 matches, and they'd force us to sit through one event for not even a WrestleMania-level showcase. No, just a random throwaway event. No, you will watch all 16 of these matches over 7 fucking hours. And it's just full gear, for God's sake. So thank you, Nick Khan. You're at least the more gracious of the two Khans in the wrestling industry.
Ouch. Not to be overly critical here, but I'm going to be a little overly critical. You could have cut 3 tag team matches that nobody gives a shit about off this show and made it a one-night show.
Oh yeah, guaranteed. Like you could reduce 40% of this card off of the card, and it would make for a better one-night show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Literally, I remember. Not right now, but thank you, kiddo. I'll have one later. But. Okay, thank you. But no, I remember literally like them making WrestleMania 2 nights is one of the reasons we decided not to go to Houston, because I wanted to get like really good seats. But it's like, okay, you're gonna spend $2,000 on really good seats for one night. Now we have to spend $4,000. Like, fuck that. So like, yeah,
right.
So
no, like, because it's not just one night. It's not even just 2 nights. If you go to this thing in person, you also have to go to night 1. You have to go to night 2. That's Saturday and Sunday night. But then you're there. You might as well go to the SmackDown, because after the SmackDown is the Hall of Fame ceremony. So that's also a Friday night. And if you're there already, the Raw after WrestleMania is notoriously one of the wildest crowds you're going to encounter in the wrestling calendar year for live events. So you kind of got to go to that. So you're looking at realistically Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday nights. So it gets to be a little tack. And the people that make these trips and do sit through 4 straight nights of live wrestling, I got to tell you, you are troopers. You are absolute troopers, and I commend you all. And we're doing our best to at least watch all this shit. So that's hard enough as is.
God almighty. So the 2-night WrestleMania, something that I feel needs to be said is WWE is doing a very poor job of making new marks, and what they're really only doing to try and hold up their business model at this point is to try and basically milk the marks they already have for every dollar they have at this point. And that's literally like, I was looking forward to going to WrestleMania, but I'm not spending thousands of dollars on 2 nights. Like, think about it, like chicken. If the Super Bowl was 2 nights, first half and second half, would that increase or decrease your desire to go?
Absolutely decrease. It's more stuff to do.
More money you have to spend. It's the same reason why
people don't cheap to begin with.
Well, it's the same reason people don't go to the movie theaters anymore. It's not A, the movies suck, but also B, it's like $48 fucking to take 2 people to a movie. So why would you do that when there's the internet?
Yeah.
And so, but folks, despite all that, despite all the naysaying, it's still WrestleMania season. It's still the best time of the year. And this is what us wrestling fans just spend all year in anticipation for. So despite all the naysayings, and also, folks, I think this is a great time to point out that this is the WrestleMania closeout sale. This is going to be the last time that a McMahon probably is sitting at the helm of a WrestleMania. Enjoy watching this. We thought last year was it. Nope, that some bitch somehow came back. He did the Shawn Michaels kick up and came right back to the corporate world. And we're going to see how that goes going forward. So without further ado, Tony, as the MC of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, I'm going to let you kick off. What is it we're going to predict first for this road to WrestleMania?
Okay, so we've got a lot of stuff to preview and predict here. We're going to fire through a lot of it pretty quickly, I have a feeling, but it's WrestleMania. It's big time. This is the showcase of the Immortals. This is the big one, folks, and I want to reiterate. I know maybe for some people it doesn't feel like the big one, but there's a lot of potential on this card. I have a feeling we're probably going to be blown away by at least a few of these matches. There's going to be some match of the year candidates here. There's going to be some real stinkers too, so you got to sift through some of the shit to get to some of the gold. And this is a golden opportunity to have a really, really memorable WrestleMania. So without further ado, we got to start this off. The producers got the order, but we're going to start off for the tiebreaker. Now, the tiebreaker itself is just between you and I, Phil. That's just between you and me because the champ would take it in a tiebreaker scenario.
Normally, but Chicken
that's right.
did in fact say that if this particular WrestleMania he ties one of us, he will hand the belt over. His exact words from a month ago, from us claiming, Chicken, you tied me last time. You tied Tony the tie before, or flip it. I forget which way it went. So, Chicken, you have been able to barely hold on with Ric Flair ties, but no longer, sir. Soon, the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Championship is coming home right here, folks, for a reign so long that it's going to make Roman Reigns jealous. So don't worry, folks. So, without further ado, T, what's our first predictor?
Well, the first is sorry, blew right past that. The tiebreaker between you and I, Phil.
Well, it's not like there's going to be a tie. It's like I'm going to just demolish and win. Like, that's it.
Okay. Anyway, let's go back a step. This is going great.
So the tiebreaker between is Phil going to dominate completely, or is Phil going to dominate absolutely? That's
Tony. Just so you know, it is just as painful to hear all this for me as it is for you. I'm with you.
Thank you.
I'm with you.
Appreciate it.
So, all right, the tiebreaker, Tony, between one Tony fucking G and one Phil K.O.E, Lord of the Scottish Highlands, Prince and Potentate of the political parlance.
Okay, so the tiebreaker between myself and Phil will be, does The Rock show up at all over the course of the two-night event? Now, they're in Hollywood. He was originally kind of slated in as being the main event for Roman Reigns, but he's not on the card now. Does he show up?
You know what? There's going to be a very real reason that I am going to pick no. And it's going, like, I know this seems like it should be just a match made in heaven. First of all, The Rock's a busy guy. Second of all, I'm going to get into why he's not going to show up later in a match prediction. So, Tony, are you taking the yes on the Rocky?
Yeah, I'm going to go with The Rock shows up at some point. I don't know what capacity it's going to be in. I could speculate, but they're in Hollywood. They wanted him in the main event originally, and obviously he didn't get to train to be in the ring. So he'll be there in some capacity, whether it's just to wave at the crowd, say hi, whether he gets involved in a match or after a match or something with Roman, who knows. But he will show up at some point. It's Hollywood. You got to have The Rock. And Nick Khan promised some surprises. What bigger surprise is it than this? It'd be a Khan actually fulfilling a surprise when making that promise, too. So, you know.
Well, I mean, the
Go
problem
with
is the wrestling industry until Vince McMahon came back has just been run by a couple of cons for a few
I meant
months.
in name.
Oh, that's not what I
in
meant.
reputation.
Like I was about to say, like, well, no, it's like the Jim Cornette jokes. Like, finally, first time since the 70s, a couple of cons are running the wrestling business. So I'm going to go with no. You go with yes on The Rock showing up.
Yep, that's what I'm going with.
All righty. So now let's move on to, all right, what do we, chicken, champ chicken. What do you think the opener for night one's going to be?
I'm sitting here I'm looking at the images here. It's like, are you going to open up night one with something exciting to get the crowd into it and get them all pumped up? Like, that's what you would think.
Surely the Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler tag match.
Jesus Christ.
Well, that's my second thought is like, are they going to botch that and go with like one of the women's fiascos or the men's tag fiasco? Like, because like which matches aren't important? It's the 3 tag whatever fiasco things that we got going on. And then like what I would like to see as the opener would probably be Seth Rollins, Logan Paul, but I don't know if you want to load that early. But
it'd be exciting.
It would be a good way to get people into it. Maybe that's an opener for night 2. So I'm really, really, I'm going to go with, because then you could do the Mysterio thing too. God damn it. I'm going to go Seth Rollins.
I'm Seth Rogen here to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Is that Rollins Logan thing? I'm going to go with Rollins versus Paul to open up night 1, because I think that is a way to get the crowd into it. You get a good feel-good moment, because nobody wants Logan Paul to win. Spoiler alert, what my pick is going to be there. But yeah, I think you get the crowd screaming along with Rollins' intro. You give them what they want right off the bat, and then that frees Paul up the rest of the night to have some shenanigans, or Rollins to freed up to do some shenanigans on night 2. We'll see. I don't know.
I like you. I like where your head's at. I like the idea of starting hot, but I don't see that being the opener of night 1, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of too.
And it's not going to be The Rock. Justin, if you're still there, can we switch that? Sorry. I'm going to go with something hot, and I think this is going to be a really good match. I'm really looking forward to this match, and the build has been pretty much null and void. There hasn't been a lot of build for this. It's kind of been last minute, but I love the potential here. It's a passing of the torch match, and I'm thinking it's going to be U.S. title match, Theory and Cena. So regardless of who wins, I think that's a hot enough match. You got a former star. That's a hot start. And I think a future star in Austin Theory. So I'm going to go with the U.S. title match to open.
Okay.
I am going to go a little different route here. And it's why I went last, because I know this one's probably going to be the opener for night 1 or 2, regardless of which night. And I just didn't want to give that no good rapscallion ne'er-do-well champ chicken a chance to copy my picks like he will be doing throughout the night, folks. So I am going to actually pick, and there's a reason, that just it's going to get the crowd so hot, so riled, and so ready. It's the match that we've all been begging for. Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's not the actual match we're getting. No. Instead, it's going to be Brock Lesnar versus the nearly immobile Omos to open WrestleMania. So Brock Lesnar has to spend as little time in Los Angeles as humanly possible. His private jet is probably landing in Los Angeles right now as we speak. He hasn't even brought a bag with him. He's just got his wrestling shorts and his boots and his gloves. That's it. And then he's going to leave in the clothes he came with. So that's my prediction, that to open night 1, Brock Lesnar versus Omos, because Brock Lesnar's contempt for Los Angeles is so thick that the Nutella Corporation is wondering if they can use it.
Fair. Okay. You know what? Don't hate it. It makes sense. Wouldn't be the first time that Lesnar's opened WrestleMania. Jesus.
Yeah, him and Seth Rollins. And it was for the same reason. He wanted the fuck out of there.
Yeah, that's true. Let's move on to the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair, the champ, defending against Royal Rumble winner Rhea Ripley. And I'll be honest, really looking forward to this, because this was a rematch at WrestleMania This was the opener of night 2 of 2020. The Crickets that attended that one, unfortunately. This was a fantastic match, but we were so burnt out from the night before. The crowd energy obviously wasn't existent, so this one didn't get the praise it deserved.
I'll say the crowd was just exhausted from the night before.
Yeah, so exhausted it didn't show up. So I'm really looking forward to this.
Green shirt guy.
And the last time around, Charlotte Flair unexpectedly got the W over then NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley. This time the roles are reversed. Charlotte Flair's the SmackDown Women's Champion. Rhea Ripley gets her shot at a main card title. Will she be victorious? I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm picking Rhea Ripley. I'm picking the Royal Rumble winner to be victorious, to be your new SmackDown Women's Champion.
I'll echo a little bit of that. Here's the one thing with Charlotte. Charlotte as a face sucks. She's not fun to watch. Like, it's terrible. Now, do I think Ripley's going to turn face anytime soon? No, they're going to. Honestly, I think tonight's going to be a big night for Judgment Day or the weekend, whatever. Ripley bringing this one home, but I hope they do something different with Charlotte. Whether that's, I think
it's so forced. It's so fake. It's just
it is. But then so is the other side of the women's.
It's like a stone cold heel run. It's just like, I don't want to see this.
Yes.
This isn't what I like. Why am I sympathizing with this person who's been so dastardly and villainous for like 8-9 years on my television show? Like it just doesn't make sense.
Here's what I want. I want Becky to switch, and I want the feud to be between her and Bianca, and Becky to be the bad guy, because we need Bianca to chase something, because they're wasting her too. Just plain and simple. We're wasting Bianca by over fucking powering her through everything tonight, or whichever night Bianca's going to be, defending against Asuka, is going to be a shit show too, because nobody wants to. We all want to see Asuka do well. We want Bianca to do good, but she needs to chase it. She's too strong. She's booked too good. Like, it's not fun to watch. Putting Becky in there, you can correct that. So I think that's the play here.
First of all, yes, Phil K.O.E. Rhea Ripley 2024. That, like, all right, what state is she from? That might be that. Like, if she's from a swing state, she might be in.
Rhea Chicken.
Yes, I picked Rhea Ripley.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you here, guys. I agree with both your assessments that Charlotte's not a great face. She's just not. Like, and now, granted, she's got to have some time to actually try to cultivate that, but it's just she's been so good as a heel for so long. Yeah. Like I said, it's just like suddenly we're supposed to boo Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's like suddenly we're supposed to cheer Charlotte Flair. I think you kind of have to give the victory to Rhea here. Otherwise, all of her momentum is just swept right out from under. There's like, really, what is the defining momentum that Charlotte Flair comes into this other than she's a champion that needs knocked down by the challenger? So, yeah.
Can they really have Charlotte beat her twice at WrestleMania and just not completely fizzle her out?
Right.
Well, I mean, Rhea's white hot right now. I'm sure even Charlotte recognizes that. It's just a matter of the bigger issue is, has Ric Flair had any major health episodes in the last week we haven't heard about that they might end up giving the W to Charlotte? So,
let's hope not.
I'm right.
Let's hope not. Damien asks, who will win between John Cena and Austin Theory, do you think? Well, actually, funny you mentioned that, because that's what we're talking about right now. That's what we're moving on next. The U.S. title match. And again, I think this is going to open the show tonight. I'm really looking forward to this match. Theory has all the tools to be a future star. John Cena has been the face of WWE for sure. Maybe not wrestling in general, but definitely WWE. This is a big passing of the guard. I think
until AEW came along, no, I would say he was the face of wrestling before.
I think since I'm picking this as the opener, I think Theory's going to get the W here. I really do. I think Theory's got to win here. John Cena's not going to be there on Monday. He's going to be very sporadic in his appearances if he has any more matches. Hell, this could be a send-off and we don't even know it. And he's not going to take the W if it's a send-off. So I don't think it is a send-off, but it could be. But I think to make Theory look strong and erase all the ridiculous booking of making him look like a weak chicken shit heel, this is how you transition Austin Theory into being an actual threat as a heel. And he needs to be a heel. And this is a great way to solidify his placement on the card and move him up the ranks. So I got Theory all day in this one.
I can't argue with anything you said there. Cena's at that age. We don't know how many matches he's got left. He's already kind of done the Cody passing the torch thing, and now he's got to put over some young guys. Yeah, it's absolutely Austin Theory's going to win. That's why I don't think it's going to be the opener, because that is not a crowd-pleasing moment. They're going to hate that. That's why I don't think it'll be the opening match. But yes, I do believe Austin Theory will retain.
Like, the inner Mark in me wants John Cena to win. I'll be honest with you.
Right?
I would love
Right?
to see John Cena, do it, like holding the belt up high and everything. I'd love to, but like you guys said, he's not going to be there the next day. He's not going to be there on Monday.
Yeah.
He's not he's going back to Hollywood to film some more movies and do some more cartoon voices for he's going to be some, I'm sure he's got some Disney movie where he's going to be helping some princess and her animal best friend coming down the pike. So, I'm sure.
Although I would not be opposed to another John Cena Open challenge with the U.S. Championship, because it was right at the beginning stages. He had the U.S. Championship belt. He'd issue a routine open challenge every week. And it was some of the best wrestling I had seen in years. And that's when I really came back to watching WWE several years ago. His run with the U.S. title and the Open Challenge, he was facing Cesaro and just having great matches with literally everybody he was in the ring with. So I would not be opposed to that, but his current schedule in Hollywood, not going to allow for that. Theory's a slam dunk here, in my opinion.
Claudio Castagnoli.
So Phil, you picking Cena?
Nah, I'm going with Theory.
Okay.
Although I want to be wrong, but
fair enough. As we move on to the next one, let's address this one. Did you talk about Edge's match against Finn? No, we're going to talk about that.
We'll get there.
We're coming up. We got a ways to go yet. It's a long card. Stick with us, though. And if you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. So up next, we're actually talking about, oh, goodness me, this could be good. This could be bad. I'm hoping for good. Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus versus Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Damage.
Oh shit! What? Oh, hey, there's a few stars in this match, actually. Okay.
Yeah, if I was gonna pick one of the women's matches to shit on, this wouldn't be the one. We'll get to it later.
I'm sure we'll still shit on it, but
this one.
Do you remember Trish and Lita versus Alicia Fox and Mickie James?
Yes, let's not talk about Evolution. That pay-per-view started off with a clunker, and a couple of these gals were involved. Let's not talk about it. Bad memories. But I do want to hear it. Like this one, obviously, like Lita and Becky have been kind of hot. Let's keep the momentum going there. Damage Control, kind of with Bayley at the helm, has been not the greatest fit for her, but they're trying. Maybe this is how they fix that. What are you guys thinking on this one? Who do you see winning?
So I up until
Damage Control
now,
has no fucking hope in life, let alone this match.
Because I kept doing the Damage Control's gotta win one eventually. No, they don't. We've just shown for months now that Damage Control doesn't have to win a goddamn thing. They're just there to they're not even really putting people over. They just suck, and it gets a little clunky, and it's not fun. The legendary women are easily going to win this one. Damage Control doesn't stand a chance.
This would be like if they put a modern main event, like they put Roman Reigns and he's going to be tag teaming with Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldberg, and they're going to be going up against the Brawling Brutes. Boy, I wonder who's going to win this match. That's a fucking mystery. So I'm sorry, Bayley's group has no hope in life so long as they are a group. Dakota Kai and Io Sky, they need to break off and start doing their own thing. Basically Monday, they need to break this group up, have them all start doing different shit, because this is going to go nowhere. It will never go anywhere, and it's inconceivable that it ever should go anywhere. So yeah, it's obviously going to be some of the biggest female stars in wrestling history. Clearly, yes.
Okay, Tony, you agree, Tony?
I want to.
Oh fuck!
But I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Do it.
I'm going with Damage Control in this one, and here's why.
Love it.
I
Chicken's just feeling a lot better about his title right now.
I do.
Because I think so far the matches that we've talked about, I think this one has the potential to not be great, but I think that you have to have some actual excitement, and that's going to come in the form of an upset. Because nobody's going to talk about the match afterwards. They're going to talk about the result. So if the result surprises the crowd a little
They're
bit,
not going to talk about this result.
all right, listen, let me give you my reasoning. All right, I'm going out on a limb here. But for real, no, I don't think Damage Control has been booked well at all since their inception. And Bayley, since she's come back, has not been booked up to her potential. Could this be the catalyst for it? Probably not, but I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to pick Damage Control to win because I think it's going to be because you're going to see the dissension between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus. We've seen the Lita versus Becky match. We have not seen the Trish versus Becky match yet. And I think that's what we're going to gear towards. And you can't do it if they're a big group of friends, and we love to break up big groups of friends. So I don't know if it's going to be a heel turn in the middle of the match or a post-match deal because they didn't win.
Right.
But
now I got to push back. Tony said we're going to be talking about the aftermath of this match, not the match. Like, Chicken, do you remember WrestleMania 1, all the aftermath we talked about Tito Santana versus the Executioner? Like to this day, we still
you couldn't talk because you were like 1, so no.
Well, exactly. But yeah, such fallout from that match is still just being talked about to this day. So no, Chicken's right. We're never going to talk about this match ever again, so long as we.
No, you're going to talk about Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. That's what I'm saying.
Well, or
something that somebody might want to watch.
Yeah, somebody's got to turn heel. That's the only way you make this a long-term story, which is cool because that means they would give Trish Stratus a longer-term thing going on to where we'll see more of her. So that's an interesting take on it. I'd be down to see it, but I still don't think Damage Control will win, man. They don't win. That's not what they do.
I know. That's why I'm going with the long shot here.
They don't win.
They win titles for like 1 week on TV and then lose it. Like
yeah,
transitionary
they've been in the midst of some weird title changes. I don't know. This is I'm going out on a limb, but I got to set myself apart from a couple on these matches. So this is my long shot pick.
No, I'm going to be different from both of you on one very important match, so we ain't got to worry about that. So
all right, fair enough. Let's
me.
move on to the clusterfuck men's 4-way tag team match. Match that nobody gives a flying F about. Braun Strowman and Ricochet versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy versus the Viking Raiders.
I'll just go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off after the amazing performance by Montez Ford. If they don't give him a WrestleMania win here, then I don't even know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they're going to put it on Braun and Ricochet because they're such an amazing team.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. If they put it on Alpha Academy, then I might just walk out of the... fuck.
Viking Raiders.
The Viking Raiders. The Viking fucking Raiders.
So, okay, so... you got to fast forward.
No, I'm feeling better about my chances.
Hear me out though. If Usos lose, who the hell is going to be the next tag team to feud and go against? None of the other 3 make any sense to go against a face in any way, shape, or form. And 2 of them have been pinned on SmackDown and Raw within the last week, minus Alpha Academy, which nobody really expects them to win anything.
People don't even expect them to win their own lives.
Yeah. So Viking Raiders, to me, this one, I'm pretty confident with this one.
Okay. So Chicken goes Viking Raiders. Interesting. I'm going to stick with the Street Profits because if they're not going to fucking showcase Montez Ford at WrestleMania, then when else are they going to?
That's fair. Before I answer, Damien asks, what time does WrestleMania start? It starts pretty much, about 5 hours from right now. It's 6:30, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, depending on where you're at. So about 5 hours from right now. So
and Tony will be broadcasting live here at Castle K.O.E. for our results.
So I'm gonna, man, you bring up an interesting point. It kind of depends on who the tag team champions are coming out of WrestleMania. If it's the Usos, you need a face team.
Then it could be anybody.
If it's Sammy and Kevin, it's kind of got to be a heel team. So that's an interesting way to look at it. But that doesn't mean that this has to be the next feud. I don't know.
What other tag teams are there for men?
There aren't. They haven't looked. They have not looked at tag teams as an actual form of roster. Like, they don't think about tag teams when they're booking anything. It's an afterthought. It always will be in WWE, unfortunately. So I'm just going to go with my gut on this one. It's not Alpha Academy. I don't think it's going to be the Vikings, but I like your logic, Chicken. I'd love to see Montez Ford win at WrestleMania, but I think that I'm thinking the heel turn from him is coming soon. It's got to be. They've teased it several
They
times.
could do that Raw after Mania.
I think, yeah, Raw after Mania. So I'm going to go with Braun and Ricochet.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so we actually have a match that there's going to be some real differences here.
Yeah.
So, and yes, 10 to 10 man, Phil K.O.E. Montez Ford 2024. Again, it just depends on what state he's from. But he'd be a great candidate. This is going to be a match that might actually decide this shit.
Yeah, this could be a deciding factor for sure, folks.
Watch this be the fucking opener.
Yeah, well,
Right.
that'd be great. Let's move on to the Styles clash that is the inter-family drama. Rey Mysterio versus his son, Dominic Mysterio. Now,
I got to say, guys,
oh boy.
it's quite like, I got to say, it's so strange that this family feud that's been boiling for years, isn't it a strange coincidence that just so happened to come to a head right in time for WrestleMania? You
Yeah,
giant
so
fan, Arnold
convenient.
Fry made it all the way to New Zealand. Hey, shout out to Zealand. But yeah, isn't it such a coincidence that this family feud just came to its zenith right here, just
Very
in time
handy.
for WrestleMania?
I love how that
How
works
about
out.
that?
Yeah. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that they'd get to really hash this family drama out right at WrestleMania? You know, Ray just refused to fight his son, but conveniently, right before WrestleMania, he's like, you know what? Maybe I will. I don't have a match. I don't have a match, guys. Fucking, I'll fight my kid. Yeah, that'd be great. Honestly,
I gotta say, like, Ray needs somebody on the mic for him, because every time he picks up the stick, he sounds like he's smoked every single cigarette and every gram of crack in the entire. You're my son, and I do not want to fight you. Like, you know, when you listen to Noam Chomsky, and he's like, you know, it's the problems of American democracy. Like, yeah, like I'm starting to get that from Ray in the next 5 years. So yeah, he needs somebody on the stick for him. But all right, I got to ask you guys, who do you have and why is it Dominic Mysterio?
So Phil's going Dominic, eh?
Oh, fucking, like, this makes no sense if it ain't Dominic. And of course, there's going to be some chicanery from the I can't believe it's not New World Order. I can't believe it's not the Ministry of Darkness. But yeah, it's obviously it's got to be Dominic.
I'm two ways about this because I see this being a series. This is going to be probably a best of three thing that they're going to do with this, unfortunately. And the first one can go either way, of course. Round two will be backwards, and then the final will be mask versus hair. And Dominic's finally going to have a chance to get his mask. Like, this is going to drag out way too damn long. So whoever wins this one loses at Backlash, and then we'll see the finale sometime. Yeah, probably SummerSlam or something stupid.
So are you agreeing with your King of Extreme copying my picks like I knew you would?
You've copied 3 of mine so far.
Okay, no. These are pretty fucking obvious matches. Fuck you. Okay, like, Jesus.
Jeez.
So no, like, it's pretty obvious, some of these fucking matches.
Wow.
So go fuck yourself. So who you got, Chicken? See,
Just
no. So
here,
okay.
no,
So are you gonna fucking come back on me and try and copy my pick because my argument is so amazing that you just know my logic cannot stand up to the King of Extreme?
This isn't a panel show, Phil. Calm down.
No, this is the King of Extreme show because I'm on the camera.
Anyway, this is only the 5th match we're picking, and we're a half hour in, so maybe we should move along. I'm gonna, just to piss Phil off, I'm gonna pick Dominic because this is a coin flip one, so I don't care who wins.
Okay, all right. So just so you know, folks, now you've seen it. Chicken copying your King of Extreme. You know, they all got to take shots at the front runner. I get it. So is what it is.
I thought that this would be a match you do when Ray's winding down his career. Obviously, he just went in the Hall of Fame last night. Will this be his last match?
No.
It could be. We don't know. Kind of my line with Cena. Any time could be the last one. I don't want this to be because I've hated the way that this feud started, they've really kind of honed in towards the end, and they've really kind of made this actually enjoyable. The closer this thing has got, they've made it feel
Dominic's
personal.
been enjoyable.
Dominic's been really enjoyable. So
Dominic's just been enjoying his time with Rhea Ripley.
Well,
Really, that's it.
regardless, but I thought that like Chicken was kind of thinking, eventually we're going to see this be the passing of the torch, like Ray giving the mask to his son as he retires, and that's not what the feel is here. If this turns into a series, yeah, I could see that happening at like SummerSlam, but I don't think Rey Mysterio is going to retire at SummerSlam. So if this is the first in a series of matches, I am going to go with Dominic here, and I just I think it's going to be fun regardless.
I think not only does Dominic win the match, I think Ray takes his mask off and lays it in the middle of the ring at the end of this in a faux Undertaker style retirement where he now only comes back for Saudi Arabia shows and big people.
That's not a bad way to look at it. Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's move along. Like you said, we've got a long way to go yet. This is going to be such a fun match. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. Honestly, this is one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most out of both nights. This is going to be fantastic.
I'll go first again, just so Chicken can copy me again.
I already told you who I was picking on this one.
I'm taking Logan. It's got to be Logan.
Oh, okay. You can have that. Hell yeah, I feel good now.
It's got to be fucking like. I'm sorry, Seth Rollins is there to make Logan look good. You know, like I don't know if you guys ever go out to dance. The whole point of dancing is to make the woman look good. So Logan's the girl here, and Seth's the man that's got to lead this dance here. And don't worry, I'll lead this cha-cha. You just keep coming along, Logan. So yeah, Logan's gonna look like $1 million at the end of this, and he's gonna pick up the W.
Logan's contract's up.
My daughter just laughed at me at that, like when I said Logan Paul.
Charity, it starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so in about 5 hours from right now. Natasha also asked, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Standard Time, so 5 hours from right.
Yes, and
now.
Tomorrow night, join us for our watch along of WrestleMania Night 2. That's actually going to be a really fun.
Well,
time.
Join us back here. Like, share, subscribe to Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube, to Big Buck and Empire on Facebook, because after the show tonight, we will be going live to give you the results. We'll recap everything. We'll give you our ratings on the matches. And then, tomorrow night, once the show starts, night 2 goes live, so will we. You can do a watch along with us and skip that horrid commentary that is WWE's commentary. And you can listen to us talk and react live to the show while we all watch.
Speaking of gravelly voices, you might be able to hear someone like X-Pac be like, oh, yeah, that was a great WrestleMania. And then really enjoy the rest.
I don't think Xbox is going to be on with us, but maybe.
No, I'm saying at the end of the WWE pay-per-view, and they have their little god-awful panel at the end of every pay-per-view. And they got like Jerry the King Lawler and fucking X-Pac and Booker T.
That's like the pre-show. But...
No, they do it afterwards in WrestleMania too. It's awful. And so rather than going there, come here to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for your post-show analysis.
So Phil's got Logan Paul in this one. Chicken's got Seth Rollins. This one I'm really looking forward to. Seth Rollins is great in the ring. He's one of my favorites in the ring currently wrestling today. His character is up and down, I'll be honest. Whatever iteration he is right now, it's not my favorite, but God, he can still go in the ring like nobody's business. Logan Paul has had the greatest debut in wrestling history, maybe, with some of the best matches. He started at WrestleMania with The Miz against the Mysterios. He had that match, against The Miz? Is that the one I'm thinking of? And then
I was about to say, with the exception of Ronda Rousey, I don't think there's ever been a better debut in pro wrestling. The only difference is Rousey started here, and her stock has done this progressively ever since then. Logan started here, but he's actually raised his stock ever since. So
Logan's match with Roman Reigns was such an unequivocal success. Like it made no sense booking wise, but the match was absolutely incredible. And since then, I've been sold on this guy. This guy is just fantastic. He gets it. His in-ring psychology is fantastic. It's better than a lot of the people that have been in the game for 10 plus years. And that's sad. Like people like on the AEW roster, especially, watch what Logan Paul just knows intuitively when it comes to in-ring psychology. Do that. Like it's not all about flips, folks. But when you do a flip, make it count. That's what this guy does. And that's what Seth Rollins and Logan Paul are going to do tenfold. They are going to put together a spectacle. It's going to be visually appealing in every aspect.
It has the potential
high
to
hopes.
be the work rate match of the night.
It does.
Or weekend.
And
really.
but this is a bit of a coin flip match. Logan, yeah, he could potentially not be there for a while. So that's why I'm going to go with Seth Rollins. He kind of needs a W here. He's lost a lot of matches. He's won some, but he's lost a lot of the big time matches he's been in. He needs a big win. So I'm going to go with Rollins.
And yeah, and if our tribal chief is going to be taking a 2-month break, we're going to need some competitors to step up and fill that void here pretty soon.
Agreed.
So.
All right. Well, moving onward and upward to the next match. This will probably be the match before the main event.
No, I believe this is going
night
to be
one.
the main event of night one.
Okay. I thought it was going to be Charlotte Ripley. We're going to main event night one.
No, that was unfortunately no. They can't. Here's why. You cannot look at
this whole thing's
match.
About the downfall of the bloodline.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
There's not been a bigger thing in wrestling than Sami Zayn and the bloodline. And this is almost the culmination of that storyline. Well, this is Sami's, kind of. This is going to be really, really good. The Usos are proven they're finally going to get a real WrestleMania moment. They've been on the show many a time, typically
on the pre-show many times.
Yeah, the real pre-show, when they would do matches before the actual show. The Usos were unequivocally the curtain jerkers on the pre-show. Now that they've been a part of the bloodline, and Jey Uso especially, incredible work as of late. I'm so glad that they're getting this moment. This is going to be really good. This has got so much drama between so many individuals in this match. This is pro wrestling, folks. Sami Zayn's as hot as it gets. Kevin Owens proven with the audience. Jimmy's even come up. Jay's emotions, the intermingling. Is Jay really truly back in the bloodline, or is he still kind of thinking maybe Sami was right in the back of his head? Could that play into it? Could Sami all be a Trojan horse? Is Sami going to turn on KO and rejoin the bloodline? There's a lot of things that could happen here. That's why this is the main event, and it makes perfect sense. This is the best way to end the show. And as for the titles, now you could have gone a different route, had this be a non-title match, a no DQ thing, but I like what they did here, and I like where this could potentially go. So I'm really, really looking forward to this. Think it's going to be great. But who do you have, guys, defending the undisputed tag team championships? The Usos going up against lifelong friends, bitter rivals, and friends again, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
I don't think Kevin or any of us ever thought that in a moment like this, going into a big tag team championship match, that Kevin Owens of all people would be the Devon Dudley, Marty Jannetty of this particular team. Wow.
Fair.
Damn, well done, Sammy. Well done. So obviously, if this is the main event of night one, you got to send the people home happy so that they'll come back for night two. So this is Owens versus Sammy all the fucking way. And when you guys are saying well, who are they going to feud with after this? The fucking Usos again, obviously. I mean, shit, there's still some more money to be made here. Throw them in a Hell in a Cell. Throw them in a cage. Put some sort of gimmick on it. Maybe have Jimmy be or Jimmy or Jay. Oh, God, how do I feel about the bloodline this minute? They're going to be able to squeeze a lot more orange juice out of this particular melon. Okay? So I got no problems with this one. It's going to be Sammy and Kevin all the way. Change my mind.
Champ, okay. Like?
I do like it as Sammy and Kevin, and I do think we're going to see the culmination of more drama, and that's why I don't think the Usos are going to be the future feud between Sammy and Kevin, because I think you're going to see the break between Jay and Jimmy solidified. There's going to be some chicanery, whether that be, whoever comes out, probably Solo, and whether that be Pride gets to Jay.
Copying my picks again.
Phil, I let you talk for 10 minutes, dude. Jesus. Literally, it was 10 minutes. I didn't say a word. So you're going to have the split between the Usos. They're not going to be tag team champions come the end of WrestleMania. They're going to start fighting with each other come Monday night. That's where I think this is going.
So you got so you're copying the King of Extreme again for your pick, sir?
Whatever you need to call it, sir.
So you got Zane.
No, I just call it like it is. So yes, Chicken desperately trying to hang on to that title, copying your King of Extreme. What can I say?
He just talks a lot. That's all. Who do you got?
Now he's starting to sound like Chicanadar. It's like, oh God, why are you always talking over me? I can't take it. Ah! Like, yeah, so.
Thank you, producer.
Oh, Yank didn't like that one.
No, Yank's just trying to keep us, under 5 hours. Because eventually WrestleMania is going to start. I'd like to watch it, Phil. But
we got so many beautiful people here that need their entertaining. So why don't you quit bitching about it and just enjoy
10 minutes to get one pick in. Shut the fuck up.
I know. It's just
now you are like Chicanadar. Shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, so it sounds exactly.
I'll wait, just like I did the other night.
No, keep going, guys.
No, okay, fine.
Okay,
fine.
No, all right, then I'll just keep going. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to obviously dominate. Chicken's going to lose.
Damn, bro.
Well, no, you guys were doing the fucking bitchy little whining, I'm going to sit here and say nothing thing, so somebody had to entertain the people while you guys had your little whiny little bitch fit.
Look, if you want to be the bitch, be the bitch.
It's my party and I'll cry if I want to. Chicken Tony will cry if they want to. Cry if they want to.
And as soon as I say don't talk,
they're crying. So, all right. Make your picks, bitch boys.
I'm trying. Fuck. All right. So, follow me.
The lowest common denominator.
Through all those tears, they got to try and finally make a pick.
I would love to. Really would.
Tony, go ahead, Tony.
Hey, Chicken was the one who interrupted you this time.
Hey, Justin, can you hit the buzzer again? Because thank you. All right. Appreciate it. Now, follow me on this. The Bloodline story has been the hottest thing in professional wrestling, and that's been largely due to Sami Zayn and the Usos. Specifically, Jay and Sami. It's going to come down at some point in this match. Jay and Sami. I think for the most part, they're probably going to avoid each other, interacting a lot. The culmination of the match is going to see Jay and Sami. And that's going to be the big crowd pop, right? Because they were the two with the biggest drama fueled between this entire storyline. So this is going to be the moment when it really shifts. Now, regardless of who's in control of the match, I think the Usos are the well-oiled tag team. Sami and Kevin just got back together, right? So they're going to be kind of off step and probably making some mistakes potentially, right? Emotions are going to be high. The Usos are a well-oiled machine. They're the undisputed tag champs. So they're going to be in control for most of this. But once Sami and Jay are in the ring, like things could change. The vibe's going to change. Ultimately, I think this is going to be the scene. Maybe it doesn't happen in this match. Maybe it happens in night 2 in the Roman deal. But I think it's going to be this match. You're going to have Jimmy Uso is the legal man. Jay is in to help with a double team finisher on Sami or Kevin, regardless. And that's going to be the moment Jay Uso has that light bulb moment, turns on his own brother Jimmy, flattens him out. He's laying on his back, and Jay offers up his own brother Jimmy to Sami Zayn for the victory, just like happened at Survivor Series when Sami Zayn offered up Kevin Owens to Jay in the War Games match. It all comes full circle. Sami Owens wins this match and becomes the undisputed tag team champions.
All right.
So everybody's in agreement with your King of Extreme. All right. Moving on to the next match after Chicken so just viciously copied your King of Extreme. Basically, I mean, that could be considered theft in a few states. Theft of my prediction.
You can go last from now on if you'd like.
Oh, well, no, that's why I'm going first so that I know Chicken.
No, he can't shut up long enough to go last.
That's fair.
Well, somebody has to talk between you two having your little crying bitch fits. So,
well, we'd like to. Next That's match. The problem. You won't let us. Jeez.
Well, no, because then you just do like, I don't want her anymore. So it's like, somebody's got to entertain the people. Somebody's got to keep the people happy. And that's, of course, your King of Extreme. So,
I think Phil doubled up his Adderall today.
Next match. Actually, no, I don't take Adderall or anything like that. I'm actually pretty lucky. The Lord doesn't see fit to give me any prescription drugs yet. So, all right. No, it would take drugs to try and make normal me off like the rest of these fucking normies in this world. So, no, you could only wish to be so lucky. So, all right, let's bring the next match, bitches, because you're just delaying Phil K.O.E. taking the belt back.
So, we've finally gotten through night 1. We're at night 2, right? So what
matches are left for night 2?
We don't know.
For what's left, we've got the Intercontinental title, the Raw Women's title, Lesnar Omos, Women's 4-Way Tag, Hell in a Cell, a Lashley Open Challenge, and Roman versus Cody are the only matches we have not talked about yet.
Okay. Well, for my night 2 opener, if they don't do it night 1, then I'm just going to say Brock Omos is the opener for night 2. Like, regardless, it's opening one of these 2 nights. Watch it be the match before fucking Roman versus...
Actually, I'm going to agree this time with night 2. I think it's going to be Lesnar Omos to start things off.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, so for me, either night, one of the 2 nights is Lesnar Omos. That's for me. I don't know which one. I kind of think it's going to be night 1, but if they're insisting it's night 2, we'll see. But I think Brock can probably make the pull. Like, fuck this. I want to go home.
Chicken, who do you like to open night 2 WrestleMania? What match?
Night 2 opener.
There's really only one other match I'd consider for opening that. But I'm going to tell Chicken's pick.
I would say Edge and Finn, but I don't know if Edge is going to win that one. So I don't know if I want to pick that as an opener. I'm going to go with, I'll do the Austin Theory and Cena for night 2 opener.
Okay. I was going to say the other possibility would be Gunther's 3-way match for the Intercontinental title, but that's just like,
I hope they don't do that as an opener. That's going to be a great match.
Oh, it's going to be amazing.
I agree.
Because of Gunther.
I think if it's not Lesnar Omos, it's almost got to be that women's 4-way tag match. Just because,
God, I
I'm sorry, no.
If people are late getting to the arena because they're so wiped out from the night before, they'll miss this match.
This is for the tag team titles, right?
No.
They're not even making new tag team champions, even though the 2 champs have.
Yeah.
No, because
see how many people we can get into a ring, and that's it.
So
we
this isn't for the
Ronda
tag
Rousey in a match, of course.
Like, this would be a great time to actually crown and christen Ronda and Shayna.
Phil, right now the women's tag team champions are Lita and Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. So,
wonderful.
We wasted them in another match.
So
exactly.
So literally, this is a match that should be on fucking Raw or a house show. It has no fucking place on WrestleMania.
Instead of doing the Andre the Giant or the women's battle royals on WrestleMania, because we just don't have time for those. Shit. Instead, we're gonna do this, a bunch of 4-way tag matches.
Hey Tony, you know how all right, I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, I'll wait till we get to that match as a predictor. But my original tiebreaker was between the Becky Lynch, Lita, and Trish Stratus match and this match. Which one was going to cause more of the audience to get up and go to the bathroom during that match? Because that match I couldn't give 2 fucks about. I'll be honest.
Speaking of which, we're only halfway through calling these, and we're an hour in. Can we do it a little faster? I didn't plan on.
Hey, Chicken, I didn't know. Do you review by the mile here? Like, you getting paid by the mile here? Like, fuck, we got to get through these matches. Are you getting paid by the match here? I didn't know, Chicken. We've got the beautiful K.O.E Nation Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, Big Bucket Empire, indulging in getting to watch the magical glory that is us. Chicken just can't fucking get out of here fast enough. So you got a date or something, Chicken? Jesus Christ.
Match. We keep going at this pace. We'll be doing predictions until the matches start. So
Intercontinental title match.
Let's do it.
The champ, Gunther, defends against frenemies Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Now, this is going to be a really hard-hitting match. Gunther is notoriously a stiff, but not really worker. Sheamus, always up for that, just an absolute fight, and Drew McIntyre fits this perfectly. This is going to be just an old school slobber knocker, slap in the chest, beating each other up, a triple threat affair. And usually triple threats can be pretty bad, let's be frank, but this one has some real potential to be good, because it's not going to be your standard flipping, flopping, high spot, diving off the top rope to the outside triple threat. This is actually going to be 3 guys literally in a bar fight. So this has potential. I hope it lives up to it, because if it does, this could be really, really good. And obviously, Gunther and Sheamus have had some really great encounters. They had a great match over the pond. McIntyre, I always liked. So this could be really good. But who do you guys like in this one?
Well, okay.
Gunther.
Well, yeah. Like, let's be frank. Tantui 10 Man with an amazing piece here. Drew sucks. When is Tony going to mention Drew's stolen WrestleMania moment for the 5,673rd time? That's you, Philosopher King Tantui 10 Man once again. Yeah, Drew's not going to win this. Yes, Tony, he did have his WrestleMania moment stolen from. We all had a bunch of shit stolen from us in 2020. What makes Drew McIntyre so fucking special? Okay,
Drew's
contract
is almost up.
He's going to get chopped the fuck up. His chest is going to be all fucking torn up. Gunther's going to be held high. There's absolutely, literally, Sheamus or Drew, there's no reason one of them even needed to come today other than we just need to get everybody on Broadway. So this didn't need to be a three-way match. And boy, howdy, this is way better than Gunther versus Brock. Yeah, that's definitely not what we wanted for WrestleMania. Gunther versus Brock. Instead, we got to sit through this bullshit between Gunther and two has-beens. Okay, so yeah, Drew's a good wrestler, but his time was 3 years ago, and it will never be achieved.
Phil, you've never liked Drew McIntyre. It's okay. It's fine. Just because he's a handsome guy.
No, I liked him when he didn't suck.
No, you didn't.
Which was 4 years ago.
So you both got Gunther?
Yeah.
Yes.
Please tell me you have Drew McIntyre to make up for his stolen WrestleMania moment.
No, his contract's almost up, and he probably will renew, but they're not going to put the belt on him right before the negotiations on that start. So
Moo Drakentyre will be showing up in AEW soon.
No, probably not. Probably
not Drew McIntyre. Moo Drakentyre. Yes.
No, Jesus. No, that's not his name. Oh, it'd be the same one he used over in fucking Impact. What the fuck is it? I can't remember.
Anyway,
so
here you go.
Drew McHenry Scott.
It's not going to be Sheamus. It's got to be Gunther to retain. It just has to be, because you're the dynamic between the frenemies here. They're both going to try to get the title. That's going to eventually lead to them screwing it up for each other. Gunther will see the opening, take advantage, get a roll up or something, and he'll get the victory, because that's how this has to work. It just has to. Little Fettuccine coming in says, you guys watch any of the NXT Stand and Deliver matches? I didn't. I just have not been able to. I was
busy last night myself, so that'll be something I'll probably watch later tonight after Mania Night 1. So, but all right, moving onward and upward. Gunther Walter is obviously going to win this match. There's no reason it should go any other way. Moving onward and upward from this, up and comer versus two jobbers match. All right. Oh,
what's
yay.
Up, Akeem? How we doing?
Hey, Akeem, how we doing? And let's see. Okay, what barn burner match that the audience really needs to see are we bringing up next, T?
So we're going to move on to the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair defending against Asuka. Now, Bianca Belair has been absolutely fantastic on the grand stage. She's had a couple really fantastic WrestleMania matches, top of the card with the title, for the title. Like this could be a big time match. Asuka's a great opponent.
Can I go first on how this one's going to go?
You should.
Rocket.
So Bianca Belair, not only is she going to finally take it in the eye and she's going to be blind, and then she's going to nail her finisher and lift the entire building over her head and throw it into space.
Oh!
Because Bianca's that fucking strong, guys.
Yes.
They are wasting this. She needs to be chasing something. She'll win this one. But I'm hoping it's eventually we're going to see some role switches. We'll get Charlotte against Bianca later on down the road to where Bianca can be chasing after Charlotte and Charlotte can build a future. She's already a star. We need to see more storytelling out of her. Right now, it's just like Bianca's stronger than everybody. And she's not
much.
Gonna get spit in the eye, and she's still going to win while she's blind. That's my prediction.
That's a pretty good one. You do raise a good point of Bianca is, she's a wrestler, but she's not really a character. It's kind of like when Bob Holly first showed up to WWE, they asked him, all right, so what do you want creative to do with you? Give me the belt and have me beat everybody. Like that's what most people want to do, but that's not a character. That's not somebody that you can relate to. And so Bianca she's at the zenith of her in-ring work, but she needs to develop her character more. So you are correct there. But let's be frank, this is basically just a gimme to Bianca, and it's Asuka kind of getting back into the ring. So even I gotta agree, this is gonna like Asuka. You have zero hope in this match. It's all Bianca.
John asks what time. Again, this is going to be starting.
I think we should just leave that like scrolling on the bottom.
It's going to start at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So do not miss it, and make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast to hear our analysis of Night 1 after the show ends tonight. Kevin says, I don't see nobody win because somebody going to attack both of them. Oh, so we could see that. This has the potential for that, because honestly, this is one of those matches I really do think Bianca's going to win, and I'm going to pick her. I think she's the favorite. But there's a part of me that says Asuka needs this win, because the character change back to her old Japanese demon personification. Like, I hate to see her lose this match. So that almost would be a better way to go. And I hate the idea of a double DQ non-finish here, but I hate to see Asuka lose this. But I'm still going to pick Bianca to win.
They're going to waste this character like they did The Fiend.
Yeah, I agree. We're good here too, Akeem. Glad to see you. And about what women's WWE. Now, this could be one of those matches. Bianca's been the star that they've been trying to push up the top shelf of the card. Is this the where she gets that win to kind of set herself on that upper echelon? It could be. So we've all got Bianca Belair. I'm surprised. I really thought somebody would pick Asuka. I almost did. But let's move on to what is going to be an absolute fucking disaster. Oh, good God.
Oh, I thought we were going to cover the 4-way women's tag match.
That'll be next. Holy God. Why is this a thing? Damn it. Like, Brock Lesnar versus Omos.
I am big and I wrestle.
Did Phil have Belair on that last one, or did he pick?
Yeah, I had Belair. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I didn't hear him. So, all right.
Yeah, he copied you.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
No, I copied fucking good common sense there. Jesus.
Oh. All right. So,
well, okay, I'll go first then. Here. Who do you have, and why is it Brock Lesnar?
Right. All we want to see is Omos go up for an F5. This is going to be short. Hopefully,
trust
like
me, you really don't.
Match. Well,
yeah.
We think we want to see it, but until it happens, we don't know.
I'm gonna guarantee you, when you watch this F5, first of all, Omos is just gonna put one whole foot down and basically just kind of like fall over, and he's not gonna keep his legs out straight either for the good visual. His legs are gonna be like dangling down, basically damn near touching the ground. So Omos, who's basically fucking immobile, is basically, let me cash in until knees break. Like, that's basically what he's doing. Let me cash in as much money until those knees just fucking give out. Because, yeah, this is going to be, I'm guessing, guys, at least a 25-minute grappling classic, right?
This better be under, like, 4 minutes.
3 minutes.
Holy crap.
Yep. This is just.
Got Lesnar?
Yeah.
Please tell me you have Omos, Tony. Like, we'll never let you.
No, I'm going to go with Lesnar. But,
okay.
Like, originally, when they didn't have anything for Bobby Lashley, I'm like, oh no, is this going to be where Bobby Lashley shows up to WrestleMania, costs Lesnar the match, almost gets a win over Lesnar at WrestleMania? But now Lashley's got something else to do, it looks like, so I don't see him interfering here. Thank Christ. I hope this will be the opener or night 2. It'll be in and out, 2 to 3 minutes tops. Lesnar hits the F5, gets the fuck out of Hollywood, goes back to eat wild boar meat, raw in the wild with his wife. So this is going to be terrible. I hope the F5 looks.
Who's his wife? Are we allowed to say her name on this show?
Sable?
Rena. His wife, Rena. Yep. Damn it, Phil,
yes.
you've ruined it. All right. Yep. Lesnar across the board. Now, let's move on.
Even I'm not going to accuse you guys of copying me there, because it's like, Jesus Christ. I mean,
no.
It'd be like Lesnar versus Gilbert. Okay? It's like, we all know.
I'm not looking forward to it at all. Let's see. Kevin says people can hate Omos versus Brock, but this match is going to surprise everybody. Remember Omos versus Strowman.
Oh,
You know what? You got a good point there. You got a good point there. That was a million times better
than it deserved
than we
to be.
expected it to be, because what we had conjured up in our imagination was so bad that actually ended up being pretty good given the circumstances. Now, Lesnar's a much better opponent and a worker than Braun Strowman, so fingers crossed, but Brock Lesnar always has the Brock Lesnar
This
match.
could be Brock Lesnar's broom handle moment, where that you could point to, like, because like Ric Flair had many broom handle moments where they say he could get a good match out of a broom handle. Look, he even got a good match out of that no good fuck. And so if Brock can get a good match out of Omos, then I'm going to believe that Daniel Bryan versus Brock Lesnar match was a little more than just Bryan Danielson.
Let's hope. Let's hope this isn't terrible. But let's move along to what will probably be terrible. The women's 4-way tag team championship, or no, not sorry. Yeah, sorry. Phil had me thinking. Yeah, it should be
it's not a championship
title, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should be, but no, we've.
Oh, real quick, we've got Sophie asking, do you guys stream and commentate throughout the WrestleMania event? Tonight we will not be. We will go live after night one, give our review, give our recap, give the results of night one. But tomorrow night for night two, we will be streaming throughout the entirety of night two. We'll be giving our commentary, talking about the matches, giving our ratings, all that. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube and a Big Bucket Empire on Facebook, because yes, we will 100% be talking about everything that is WrestleMania all throughout the show tomorrow night too.
Yeah, because Tony and I, we did a watch along for AEW Revolution, and that was actually a really good time. Like, I just enjoyed doing that with all you, and it was so fun, and I'm looking forward to it all. And also, while we stall to try and give Justin some more time to try and get that picture up, but like you can tell, he's just like, fuck, like, but we'll start.
It's okay.
Talking.
It's like it's the least favorite match, I think, of all of us anyway. So like, if we don't have an image of it.
Yeah,
if you don't have the picture, it's fine. We can
all like. I was just waiting for the picture to come up so I can go.
The same pick anyway, because this is
like, because this is a bathroom break. This is like, I literally like I'm trying to think of something that I could give a shit less about than this particular. Hey, there it is.
Actually, I'm glad you got the picture, because now I remember who's actually in this crapshoot.
Wow, that's a lot of eye. Like, I gotta say, like, that is at least a gallon of eyeliner and like eyeshadow and all
on
this.
Baszler,
like that, well, like between all of them, you could almost fill up a gallon bucket here. But like, okay.
Natalya and Shotzi versus Sonya and Chelsea Green versus Rousey and Baszler in a 4-way tag team match.
At least likely anything to do with Shotzi.
I agree 100%. And double that because Natalya.
Yep.
Yeah.
Natalya is just a warm body to be present in any of these multi-women matches.
Yep.
The next least likely is 1,000% Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, because apparently that's what they're doing with Chelsea now. They've replaced Mandy Rose with Chelsea Green, but they're also making her inept at like everything. Like her Royal Rumble comeback, she was eliminated immediately. And I don't know. I guess we're going with that. So, neither of those teams stand a chance in hell. So it really just comes down between Liv and Rodriguez and Rousey and Baszler.
To me, it doesn't even come down that far.
And
it's Rousey Baszler all the way. Come on.
It's a pretty
this is just an excuse to give them wins while also protecting how very, very, very bad Ronda and Liv actually are.
Yes.
Like, I know people love Liv, but she's always a half step off.
Yeah.
Like every match I see her in, and this match will be no different. I'm telling you now, like, this isn't like, take it to the bank. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler warning. But they also have to protect Ronda, because she keeps, is she in? Is she out? And she doesn't really get that time to like really get a good rhythm. So this is all just Natalya, save us. You're our only hope. Make this a good match, please. But no, this is a bathroom break. Okay, I'm just gonna, because I don't give a shit, I'm going to preemptively rate it 2.25 stars, because I doubt I'll even care enough to watch it.
Okay. Chicken, who'd you pick?
I got Rousey and Baszler as well.
Yeah, I've got them as
SMU
well.
as well. Yeah.
Like, who
Phil,
doesn't?
who'd you get?
Same.
Okay. Honestly, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it is Liv because of the love that she gets, but it doesn't matter. This isn't going to go anywhere. So, and you've got Ronda Rousey. She's still a name, even though she's cooled off tremendously. So I assume that's where they're
Remember
gonna
the
go here.
love Braun Strowman got in the summer of 2019, and then they just cut his legs off out from under him anyways. Somebody having momentum in WWE means fucking nothing as to what they're actually going to be doing. So, like, it's if you get over organically, that'll usually actually hurt you to the writers. Sammy being the one exception.
I honestly, if this went to Liv and got the W, and this led to a Baszler Rousey match at like SummerSlam, I'd be all for it. I'd like to make that pick, but no, I'm going to go with the favorite still because it kind of has to be. Next, we're going to talk about the Hell in a Cell match, and then producer will go back to the Lashley Open Challenge since apparently I must have sent the pictures out of order. I don't know, but we'll go to that next.
Sheesh, asshole.
So, the Judgment Day versus Edge that's gone on for like 8 years, it feels like, but really it's more like almost 2. I don't know. Hell in a Cell, WrestleMania, Edge versus the Demon, Finn Balor, in a Hell in a Cell match.
Okay, I don't think we're getting the Demon.
I think we are.
I hope
we are.
But I doubt it. I bet it's going to be all angry smiles, Finn. Like, I'm angry, but I smile.
I think we're going to get the Demon, and we're going to get the classic steel non-red Hell in a Cell back.
I've heard similar rumors. I think if we do get the Demon, Finn Balor has to kind of insist, no, you can't do the red cell. Otherwise, no one will see me.
There is that.
I will just turn into the cell. So, yeah, I got to... can you see
Yeah, you can't see anybody bleeding because, the cage is literally glowing when it's red. I hate it. I hate it. So hopefully this is the Demon Balor. Hopefully this is the classic Hell in a Cell. Okay. I love Edge. I do. He's a great talent. He's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. Holy crap. But this specific storyline, he has been so over the top acty, like an actor, not being a wrestler. He's been an actor throughout this entire thing. And I felt like the build up to this could have been much, much better. This starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time US zone. So it's going to be like 4.5 hours from right now on Peacock.
And if I have it my way, 2.5 hours from when this show ends.
So I feel like this went the opposite way I thought it was going to originally, because I thought the match with Edge and Beth, and they would get the win. They didn't. Then Beth got the comeback win the next time they all faced off. So to me, this kind of comes down to putting a nail in the coffin of this feud, finally ending it. I've got Balor to win this.
Wow.
I as well, because again, I said that this would be a night for Judgment Day. I think they're clean. I think it will be a clean sweep, and especially if he comes out as Demon, you have to stop burying the cool shit. Like,
if it's going to be the Demon, you can't bury the Demon again. They already did against Roman.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully we get Demon Balor. He picks up the win over Edge, and honestly, Edge would love to. Finn Balor's not that much younger than Edge, is he?
No, not really.
So it's not like he's like putting over
passing the torch.
But it's a good WrestleMania.
I'm a 47-year-old man passing the torch to a 44-year-old man. It's not exactly. No. It's like, okay. It's like, so enjoy it for 2 more years, kid. So, like, all right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you.
Balor has a few more years left in him than Edge does.
Oh, not nearly the same spinal injuries.
Edge is almost done.
Yeah.
But all right, guys, if Finn Balor comes down as the Demon, he's got a pretty good chance of winning. But when you're saying Roman buried the Demon, no, Tony. Sister Abigail buried the Demon far more than Roman ever could. So
they didn't actually do that match, thank Christ. Oh my God. If anybody remembers Pumpkin Spice Demon Balor and what could have been the worst thing you've ever seen ever versus Sister Abigail, that is a fucking look into the mind of goddamn Bray Wyatt when he's left creative control. And you've seen that on this stint when he's come back. Thank Christ he hasn't put on the Sister Abigail garb again. But don't rule it out. It could still happen if he comes back.
Don't tempt him. But
Phil,
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to rip off this Band-Aid here. If Finn comes down as just plain old Finn, he ain't got a hope in this fucking world. Edge gets to raise his hand at WrestleMania, and I am going to actually go with Edge here to hope. Now, you guys say, oh, surely this is going to be the. No. This is the feud that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Well, they just started wrestling it, not knowing what it was, and they'll just keep on feuding forever just because. And so, yeah, Kevin, I see this.
Kervin, if you have the power to change one WrestleMania match ending, what is it going to be? Are you talking past tense or what we're going to see on this card? Because that makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah, that is a big one. Because for me personally, I would have had Ric Flair go over Shawn Michaels. Totally. Fucker'd still be wrestling right now.
Well, we can do clarification on that question. Let's move on to what we're thinking is going to be a match. Oh, the open challenge from Bobby Lashley, who won the Battle.
That's a good picture. I'm sorry.
Andre Battle Royal. I made that. Thank you. Andre Battle Royal on SmackDown and issued an open challenge.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, they threw this together apparently. They've got some time to fill on night 2, I think. So, well, I'm guessing night 2 since he just wrestled last night. I doubt he'll be going again tonight. I'd hope they'd give him a day off, but. Yeah, I think this will be night 2. Open challenge. Bobby Lashley. Who's going to answer the challenge? Are you going to see fucking Omos or one of the potential Hurt Business guys come out and answer that to squash any hopes of reigniting that flame? Or
no, I got it.
The Rock show up and challenge
you go
Lashley?
First, Chicken.
LA Knight.
Oh my God, that's
how can you not have LA Knight in LA for WrestleMania?
Ooh,
I've been wondering where they're going to sneak him in, and this makes sense to me.
That's a good one. That's a good one. T, who you got?
I'm going to go with his original opponent, The Fiend. Well, actually, I take that back. His original opponent was Bray Wyatt, but I'm going to go with The Fiend because money talks.
Okay, I'm going to disagree with you, but only slightly, and go with Bray. Like mine was going to be Bray Wyatt, the new shitty, weird Bray Wyatt gimmick that they got. So my guess is he won't see the sun again for years to come. He's broken and in love. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd love to see the Fiend and the Demon come back, but I don't think they're doing both on the same show. So I'm going to stick with Bray Wyatt.
All right. Fair enough.
Chicken, I'm not hating your chances here.
I like his pick. I'll be honest.
That's a good pick because how do you have LA without LA? Now, if he just comes out and like cuts a promo like after the first match of night 1, Chicken's like, shit, my chances just went down significantly. But all right, so now there is but one match remaining, Tony.
Yes.
Oh, now I'm gonna let you boys go first. And then I will get into my analysis.
Because there's going to be a lot of debate on this one.
Oh, yeah. The main event of WrestleMania 39, the true main event night 2, WrestleMania 39, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns, your tribal chief, versus the American Nightmare. I said he wouldn't be here a year ago. Cody fucking Rhodes. Holy crap. This is going to be fantastic. This match is going to be, this could be match of the year. I have such high hopes for this match. Could Cody win the belt his daddy was robbed of, or will the tribal chief's reign continue? He hasn't been beaten in over 2 years.
Tony, you and I actually saw the beginning of the reign of the tribal chief at Royal Rumble in 2020. That was when his winning streak actually began.
Yeah, because the last time
he ate a pin like on the Raw or SmackDown like the fucking week before.
Yeah, he lost to Corbin right before we saw him win in 2020.
Is that the last time Corbin won anything?
Probably, maybe. Actually.
50-50. So, gentlemen, Champ, we'll let you rip the Band-Aid off here. Who do you got between Roman and Cody?
Well, tonight, or on Sunday night, we do see the finishing of the story. Cody walks out with the Universal Championship. and the crowd goes wild. It'll be, I think it'll be probably, I'm hoping they really put together one of the best matches Roman's had. Roman's had some good ones, just the pace of his work and how this goes and what Cody's imagination, like to me, I think this is a match made in heaven for, the storytelling's been, like it's not bad, but it's not the best they've done. But I tell you what, these two in the ring, I think it's going to be fucking awesome. Just the pace of what,
Agreed.
like I said, Roman does and Cody's imagination. Man, this could be really fucking epic.
I
Tony.
can't disagree with any of that. It's not the build that I wanted for this match. It's not. But they've done a good job. And what they've really done a good job with is transitioning Sammy out of this slot and transitioning Cody in. And Cody did this brilliantly because he knew, as white hot as Sammy is, you can't steal that spot without facing the repercussions of the crowd. And they did not want the crowd turning on Cody before this match.
Yep.
The way that they have put them in line with each other and Cody bringing Kevin and Sammy back together and specifically like raising Sammy's arm and not the other way around, that it's little things like that. Cody's smart enough to know, and I think he learned a lot from his time in AEW and saw what didn't work when it came to, okay, the crowd turned on me because of this. The crowd didn't like that I did this. And he made a lot of mistakes, and they did. And it's early yet. He's only been back in WWE for a year, but he's made a lot of the right choices here in keeping the crowd on his side. Granted, Roman has been champ for a long, long time, and the crowd always wants what the crowd wants until the crowd doesn't want it. And they want to see Cody win this because it's anybody but Roman, like Bray Wyatt used to say when they didn't like Roman. But they do like him now in the role that he's in, and they want to see him lose. At least this weekend they do. Will that carry over if Cody wins? Hard to say. We'll see how the crowd reacts to Cody as champion if he wins this. But this match is going to be fantastic. Like you were saying, the clash of styles is not going to be on par here because they're going to make beautiful music. The way that Cody works, the way that Roman works, this is going to be so good. And you're going to see some chicanery for sure. The Bloodline's going to get involved.
No.
The Usos are going to get involved. Sammy and
No.
Kevin will probably make an appearance. But ultimately, I wanted to see Roman win this and then have a rematch down the road in like Madison Square Garden to have Cody win the belt in the arena that was robbed from his daddy. I thought that was a better story. And that would make a much better, I don't know about better, but it'd be a bigger holy shit moment at the end of this thing if Cody did come up short. If he did lose this match and Roman came out victorious, and then
it's possible.
Waited,
it's
if you
still
prolonged
possible.
that, and then eventually you put that belt on Cody later this year. But I don't think they're having any big shows in Madison Square Garden, and they're not going to do it on a fucking dark match in MSG. So I've got Cody Rhodes to pick up the W and the belt and debut a new title on Monday Night Raw.
Ooh, that's interesting. So, gentlemen.
And before Phil says, Roman, the tribal one, Cody kneels. Okay.
Interesting. All right. What I'm going to say is we are going to see the beginning of a new era Sunday night. We're going to see the transition. We're going to see a new beginning, a dawn of a new day in WWE, because at the end of this match, folks, we will have no choice but to acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Sammartino. It's fucking happening, folks. Roman Reigns retains the American Nightmare. The dream dies this Sunday because the tribal chief retains and truly takes his place, in which you must all acknowledge him like you will acknowledge me, your King of Extreme, as Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, to go with the tribal chief himself. So yes, folks, Roman Reigns is going to retain his championship this Sunday, and that is why The Rock is not going to show up, because The Rock would just be taking the star, the power, the shine from that greatness that is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. So yes, folks, this Sunday, you're going to see the shocker. You're going to see the true beginning of the Roman Sammartino reign. You're going to have to wait.
I thought it had already begun, Phil.
No, Tony. Because at this point, even you will have to acknowledge Roman Sammartino as your tribal chief. You have tried to deny that he will become Roman Sammartino, but he is well on the way. And this Sunday, I will be vindicated.
Phil, even if Cody loses this match, Roman's still not going to break Sammartino's streak. It's just not going to happen.
He's just got a mere 4 years to go.
I might actually be looking forward to you not being able to spiel this shit after this weekend anymore. Like that's
Tony,
that's what I'm looking forward to.
Acknowledge your championship chief, Roman Reigns, Roman Sammartino. It's fucking happening. We're going to see a new era of Roman Reigns dawn on Monday night.
I'm so glad that you saying Roman's going to be like champ for 9 years is over after this weekend. That's
no. Because even if he just lost one of the belts. He didn't lose the other one. So no, that's still
yeah.
So yeah.
Well, no, because both of the belts are on the line. So.
No, that's lies and communism and propaganda from that no good rapscallion ne'er-do-well Tony G. So folks, we have the results. We have not the results. We have the previews rather. And when we have the results, we will know just by how many points Phil K.O.E. became your Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion.
Right. Yeah, so folks.
And hey, if the scores are close, it's going to come down to the main event, and that's what it's all about, folks.
I like my chances.
I feel good about it.
Yeah, I like my picks.
I feel good about it.
I feel good. This is going to be a really good Mania. I have high hopes. But again, folks, if you haven't already, go over here, YouTube, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast. Hit subscribe, hit the bell. Again, we're going to be going live after night one. After tonight's show is over, we'll go live. You'll hear our analysis about the show, our ratings, our review of the show. And then tomorrow, night two, we're going to be doing a watch along. So make sure YouTube, Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, and Big Bucket Empire on Facebook. Like, share, subscribe to both of them. If you can, please, I beg of you. You'll be notified. And you can watch the show right along with us tomorrow night for night two. And
here is the link for Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast on YouTube for all the different areas that might not be exposed to this amazing wrestling content.
Thank you, Phil. And I just got to say, I'm
if you
looking
stretch,
forward.
I'll get Big Bucket Empire in there too.
I'm I think I just did. But yeah, no, we've gone an hour and a half. This has been our preview predictions for both nights WrestleMania. Make sure you're here with us to get all the hard-hitting analysis that only we can give you. Champ, is there anything you'd like to say before we go? I've got your belt here since you didn't bring yours, and I hope to be hoisting it above my head after this weekend.
Oh no! Keep it spit shine for me. I'll be hoisting it back over my head here tomorrow night. Don't worry about it. No, I'm excited. I'm surprised some of the picks that it's going to come down to who wins. It's going to be a couple of really crappy tag team matchups that we didn't agree on. So be interesting to see who does walk away Sunday night. I'm excited for it. And yeah, it should be a good time, fellas. I'm really looking forward to the watch along tomorrow night because my wife is going to love me. That not only am I staying home, but I'm going to be sitting here watching WrestleMania with you guys.
Nice. Well, folks, as I'm known to say around here, all that being said, thank you for joining us for our previews and predictions to WrestleMania. Yes, folks, this is truly the best time of the year, and you're about to see your true championship tribal chief of the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast ascend side by side with the tribal chief Roman Sammartino here at WrestleMania. Now, folks, if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, be sure to be there for the watch along to see if you can bask in the glory with me or if you can point your fingers at us in defeat. That is what it's all about. That's not just what wrestling, but what life is all about, folks. So, folks, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. God bless every last one of you. Raise a glass, a cup, a chalice, a tankard, stein, a vessel of any kind of whatever you might be drinking. Thank you. God bless. And Tony's got a pen. Yes. God bless every last one of you. Thank you. Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast, YouTube, Spotify, K.O.E Nation, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube and Facebook. Also, check out me and Tony at Hazard Analysis on YouTube right now. And also, Chicken's got some other show, but, you know, I never get the name right, so I'll just let him. It's awfulness of triteness, right?
Okay.
No, don't worry about it. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. This is awesome. Thanks, Phil.
Peace, all y'all.
Yes, catch you later tonight first for our recap of night 1. We will see you just hours away. WrestleMania starts 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you watch it and then come watch us talk about it later tonight, folks. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you soon.
And see if it just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down. Let you down slow, it's hard to survive.